Welcome to the Vedantist. If you are listening to this, you are likely someone who solves complex problems for a living. You manage operations, you structure deals, you handle liabilities, you take care of your family, you make a living, and you navigate systems. You are a master of dependent knowledge. You know that to achieve a specific result, you must manage a specific set of variables. Your entire professional and personal life is built on cause and effect, isn't it? Cause and effect. In ancient Sanskrit, this type of knowledge is called Sapeksam. It means knowledge that is interdependent or relative. Knowledge that depends entirely on something else to exist on its own. And while this type of knowledge is incredibly useful for running the world, it has a fatal flaw when it comes to your level of contentment in the process of learning. The flaw is this: if you think deeply, there is never long lasting contentment and happiness in this study of a relative science, which is always interdependent on external factors over which one might not have control. After a momentary burst of happiness upon achievement of a certain milestone, there starts the pursuit of the next milestone. And that relentless pursuit goes on and on and on. Such momentary achievements are materialistic achievements related to worldly matters. No doubt, relative knowledge brings name, fame, and wealth. But in the deepest of the hearts, relative knowledge does not assure you perpetual contentment and ultimate peace in life. If you study medicine, engineering, or finance, you are studying an area of relative knowledge. Is there an end in the pursuit of the science of medicine? Can there be a last learning in the field of engineering? Never. As I said, the pursuit goes on and on. You are playing a rigged game, a game you can never probably permanently win because the goalposts and the end lines will always inevitably change. Thousands of years ago, the Upanishads pointed to an entirely different category of knowledge. Knowledge that is the supreme. Knowledge which is the ultimate reality and is the foundation of all other worldly sciences and arts. Sa Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtham, says the opening verse of the Mundaka Upanishad. They called this knowledge as Brahma Vidya, Adhyatma Vidya, Tattva Vidya, or Atma Vidya. And this form of knowledge is Nirapekṣam, independent knowledge or absolute knowledge. Knowledge which is independent of any other form of knowledge and that does not require a single condition in the external world to be true. It is the science of all sciences. It is that absolute knowledge which, when learnt, dissolves the need of learning any other relative knowledge in the world. All other disciplines of science are relative except this discipline of knowledge, which is the ultimate reality. But when a highly logical mind approaches this spiritual knowledge, it tries to learn it the exact same way it learns a new subject in the field of relative knowledge. You think, if I just read one more book or acquire little more information, I will be able to learn. But Advaita Vedanta does not give you any new data to acquire. The ancient scholars called this knowledge as Durbodham, unintelligible to the normal, outward looking mind. Why? Because the subject matter is not outside of you. You cannot manage it like a project. The subject matter is the Atman. It is the very awareness that is looking out of your eyes right now as you hear my voice. To understand this, you need a completely new operating system. You need a paribhasha, a precise framework designed to operate on the human mind. When you place your mind into this framework, you stop fighting the infinite, uncontrollable variables of the world. You step back. You learn to separate the noise of your thoughts from the silent witness observing them. Over the coming weeks, we are going to lay down the tracks of this particular Advaita Vedanta framework. We will define the terms, dismantle the noise, and build a system that allows you to carry the heaviest responsibilities of your life without carrying the psychological weight of them. You do not need to acquire anything new today. You simply need to observe the space between you and the noise. Thank you for listening to The Vedantist. I will meet you here again next week.